Well, the Lower Richland community celebrating a major milestone. We are talking 100 years in education. And joining me this morning to talk all about the festivities to mark this milestone is Ashley Wynn, educator extraordinaire at Lower Richland High School. Thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you for having me, Whitney. It's great to be here with you.
Yes. Okay. So we got to talk about it. 100 years of education in Lower Richland. Let's just talk about the fact that that's an incredible feat, an incredible milestone.
It is. It's a great thing for our community. We are so happy to not only embrace our future, but to take a look at our history, to recount where we've been, what we've come through, how we have grown and excelled over the years, and the great things that come out of the Lower Richland community, the entire cluster. We have great things happening in Lower Richland each and every day, and we are happy to celebrate 100 years and spotlight that.
Oh my goodness, that really is incredible.
Yeah.
And I think one of the things that I want to point out too is we're not just talking about Lower Richland High School, we're talking about the whole community.
Correct. And what a lot of people may not know, or if you're not from the area, or some may not even remember, that Lower Richland was segregated for a long, long time. And it wasn't until the Freedom Choice Act of 1965 where they integrated. And it started with 2 students from Weber High School. And then in 1966, there were 2 students from Hopkins High School that joined on. And then ultimately they combined and it became Lower Richland High School. But we have 8 feeder schools, 5 elementary, 7 feeder schools. We have 5 elementary, 2 middle, and then Lower Richland, which we currently have about, right now, I think about 1,300 students, coming up around 1,300 students, but all the way down to Eastover, all the way up to the outskirts of Columbia. We're a big cluster in our district. We're a big part of Richland 1, a great part of Richland 1. We love being connected. At one point, they were their own district.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's a lot that we get to spotlight.
Yes, and I think that knowing that history is so important. First off, let's talk about the fact that it started with those 4 students, right, integrating, and then it has grown into what we have now, which is absolutely incredible. And I love the fact that this is going to be about an opportunity to, yes, to celebrate, but also let's talk about the history. Let's talk about how we got to this place. Like, you're schooling me right now. I'm like, okay, tell me. You're such a teacher. I'm like, tell me more, right? I'm walking away with this learning so much. So what are the things that people can expect during the festivities that are going to be happening to celebrate this milestone?
Okay, so awesome. So on that Friday, May 8th, we're going to be having a concert, but the concert features the cluster. So we get to spotlight our own. We've invited all of the cluster schools to participate, and everyone has a time frame within that 100 years where they get to do their own contribution in the world of performing arts, because we're big in performing arts in our cluster as well. So whether or not they decide to bring their drama club or their drama classes and do a piece, or if their orchestra or chorus comes, they can present their time era in their own way. So we don't necessarily know what each school is going to bring because they get to do their own thing.
Oh my goodness, that's so
exciting. They
get to make
it individual. Yes. So we're excited to do that part. And then on May 9th, we're going to begin with a parade. And we are inviting all of our former prom queens, prom kings, the band, the brigaders, everyone, to come out and celebrate and be a part. It would be great if we could get every class represented, from Hopkins High and Weber High to Lower Richland to the young middle schoolers, the football teams. We have a lot of former athletes. I did bring you a couple of facts though today.
I love a fact.
Well,
I love
and
a
look,
fact.
I'm a teacher. I have mine.
Yes, I can't. And I'm a student. I'm listening. Okay, I'm
all right.
listening.
So we're gonna start with the first 4 students. All right. For our 2 students that came from Weber, it was Shirley Chavis and Vermel Wilson. Okay. And then in 1966, we had Clintay Fleming and Ernie Jackson, who went on to Duke. And then guess where he went?
Where?
The NFL.
So
what we want to spotlight about our cluster is, and I wrote you a little ditty just so I would remember it, okay? Excellence is not only our motto, it's been our mission and our custom in the Lower Richland cluster. So from Weber to the White House, from Burnside all the way to Broadway, and then from Hopkins to the Hall of Fame. We've got it all in the Lower Richland cluster. So we are doing great things. We have been doing great things. We are going to continue to excel. And so we get to just spotlight that. And my pastor, my former pastor, Dr. Blakely Scott, used to always say, low is a frog that can't praise his own pond. And so we are super, super excited to praise our own pond, our own cluster, and just celebrate. 100 years, it's a phenomenal milestone of growth, of dedication to education.
Oh my, when you came in here and you showing up and showing out
that's
right
what we
now.
do.
And that's what they do. This is a testament, a living example, because you are an LR grad,
I
right?
am proud.
Okay? Look at this black excellence. Y'all, come on. We love to see it.
There is no place I'd rather be than
right
back at home at the Diamond Mine. I was taught by so many teachers from my cluster and my community. And, you know, when we leave high school, the first thing you say is, I can't wait to get away from here. I can't wait to be somewhere else.
Yeah.
But as I grew and I matured and I grew in education, there was no place I'd rather be than back home.
Come on.
Working with my own kids, working with my own community, working with the ones that I see in church and that I see in Food Lion and the local shops. I love it.
I love that.
It presents its own challenges, but the blessings.
It's so good.
And the rewards. I love it. I wouldn't be anywhere else.
Oh, I love it too. All right, my
else.
friends, please come out and take part in this incredible celebration. We're going to put all the information on our website, WLTX.com. We appreciate you so much. See that QR code right there? Go ahead and scan it so you can be a part of the 100-year celebration, celebrating excellence.
We welcome all participation.
Yes. All right, my friends, you know where to be on May 8th and 9th. We'll be right back.